beautiful beings. Welcome to my sacred space. My name is Raven, and thank you so much for being here tonight. This is going to be my deck review and full flip through of Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards by Kyle Gray with the beautiful art of Lily Moses. If you're just here for the flip through, I'm going to put a timestamp in the description box below so you can jump to that part. Otherwise, if you're here to learn more about this deck and the nitty-gritty details, then stick around because we're going to dive deep. Okay, so not really that deep. We're gonna start with the box. Okay, so usual, HayHouse box with a nice flare here. I love how they add glittery touches to their cards, like this one, Psychic Tarot, the metallic thing. It's just a simple thing, but I think it's pretty and it's an additional lovely flair for me. So you have that gold stamp foiling, metallic stamp foiling there. And here you have, it says lifestyles, so he has lifestyles, I guess. And then in the back, you have several sample cards, and then it says we are surrounded by countless guides who want to share their knowledge with us to bring healing and change. Among them are the angels and ancestors, including images from Celtic, Native American, Aboriginal, and earth-based spiritualities. Angels and ancestors crosses the divide between all cultures to bridge the gap between this world and the next. Okay, so from that alone, you would know that this is more of like an earth-based deck. But of course with angels. Okay, so we open it up. Whoopsie. Alright, so here you have a little maybe welcome note or an incantation of some sort from Cal Gray. So it says, Guardians of the four corners, Mother in the earth, Father in the sky, angels, ancestors, sacred ones, I call on you and welcome you here now. So this is a nice touch. I also love how the color is like this nice teal green turquoise color. It goes well with the old tree bark in the interior. And this is the guidebook. It's pretty thick. Okay. All in all, this has 145 pages. Okay. Not including the information about the author. So, sorry, mine is a little bit banged up. So, let's open it up. We have the title page here, other books by Kyle Gray, and then this was first published in 2018, and yeah, it has the same blurb here. And then here you have the table of contents, so introduction, how to use your cards. And what I like about this one is it doesn't necessarily have like a different system, but it does kind of like it's segregated or explained or grouped the different cards or the characters in the cards. So you have the sacred ones, guardians and messengers, warriors, symbols, and seasons, and then the introduction. So same with other Kyle Gray decks, he really gives a really nice introduction about the deck that you are going to be using. And this one, he kind of like explains what angels are and what ancestors are. So basically we can call upon them. For angels we can get their kind of like unconditional love, whereas for ancestors we can get their the experiences that they've had in this life. So here you have how to use your angels and ancestors oracle cards. So basically just an explanation on how you can use it. And then here it breaks down everything into detail. So it explains the deck, the grouping or the segregation that we had earlier in the table of contents. You have the sacred ones, guardians, messengers, blah, blah, blah. And then here you have creating a bond with your oracle deck. So how you actually start off, so this is like a ceremony, like a suggested ritual or ceremony, how you can bond with your deck or work with your deck, or transfer your energy to your deck. So here, and then it's actually pretty lengthy. It involves like north, south, east, west. So it's very in-depth as well. And then your oracle is now truly bonded to you after you do all of the recommended ceremony, but of course it is ultimately up to you how you would like to bond with your deck. If you already have like a set of rituals that you do whenever you get a new deck, then that will work as well. And then moving on here, it explains how to use your cards. And I like this part, approaching oracle cards with integrity. I love how he has a bulleted list here of you know what not to do and when you will get the most or the best results from it. So that's a very nice touch. I like that. And then conducting oracle readings, how to proceed with the actual reading. So here, you should remain high vibe so that you can get more accurate messages, or that your intuition is more on point, and you will get better guidance when you do your reading if you're vibrating in a higher frequency. And then here, how you store your cards, how you cleanse them, and then here another cleansing ceremony or ritual that you have, assisted by Kyle Gray. So you have the sprayer here, shuffling the cards, reading for yourself, reading for another person, and then he proceeds with the spread. So you have the 2-card cross, you have the Celtic Compass spread, past life lessons spread, which I think is really nice. This one, I haven't tried it, but I will soon. And then you have 3-card questions, 1-card questions, and then he talks about trumping cards, reversed cards. And what he says is that when you have a reversed card in your deck, which is pretty unusual because this one doesn't have reverse meanings, it depends upon you and how you use your deck, but this one, as stipulated by Calgary, doesn't have reverse meanings here. But if you do find a reversed card, then it just means that it's kind of like an exclamation point. It's something that you really need to pay attention to. So it's a message for you, okay? So, and then here, just enjoy the experience. And then he goes to explain each of the cards. So there you go. For each of the page, you have like this black and white thumbnail of the card. You have an action message. So here you have, okay, let's have a look at, I don't know, let's stop here. Okay, so you have the fire guardian. So you have here, ignite your passions. Okay, so that these two lines are actually in the deck, if you can see, right? But here you have like the action message further to ignite your passions. It says, connect with your desires. The sparks could lead to something beautiful. So that's your action message. And then here it's a little bit of information about the fire guardian. And then here you have the extended message for the card. Yeah, so it's like that all throughout. Okay, so a little bit of information about the character that you have, like for the Spirit Fox, you have a little bit of information about him, and lengthier description or explanation of the card and its message. So that's a very well thought of deck. I guess it's very beginner friendly because you do get a lot of information. And here you have the warrior symbols. Okay, the symbols over there, and then the seasons here, different seasons there. Okay, and then at the end you have about the artist and of course about the author. So that's it. That is your guidebook. Now on to the cards. Oh, in the back it also says, I set the intention that whatever is gained from the lessons learned from this tool will be dedicated to the growth of all beings in all places. So very nice touch, right? So for the guidebook, for the card, when I was doing the unboxing, I said it's kind of like some weird compass, but it's actually like the drum. So there you go. That's the drum. And then you have an owl. So, right? Let's talk about first cardstock. Cardstock is decent. I like it. It's not too thick, not too thin. It'll last long. I love the buttery feel of this deck. It is matte, but it kind of like has a little bit, teeny bit of sheen when under the light. But that's it. It's a very gorgeous card. I love it. This is not metallic, by the way, but I love how they made it look like it is, just from the gradient adjusting the contrast. Just love how they did it. Pretty cat. Okay, so This is the deck. No gilding, nothing, no edging. So let's proceed with the flip through. Enter music. Alright, I'm gonna give it a shuffle so that we can see. You can shuffle it this way, it actually works well. You can also shuffle it this way, because I do have small hands, so I like the size of HayHouse decks because I don't have a problem shuffling them. But when I do select cards, I do it this way, so shuffling is not a problem. It's very easy. It doesn't stick to each other as well. Okay, got the Shaolin Master and the snake. Okay, I love how they have this praying mantis here, which is just beautiful. And also, you see a lot of diversity in the deck, because of course they also tapped into the ancestors. So it's really nice to see this card in this deck. I love the dragon in the back, and how I think this is the only Asian one, I guess. Maybe she's could be Cambodian or Indian, I guess more of like Hindu, so yeah, it's not the only Asian, I guess, but that's a really nice way to represent everyone, everyone of different all cultures, well, not all, but several different cultures. And wow, the strange thing about this deck is it just really takes my breath away. The cards are just gorgeous. For some reason, you know what, my camera is picking up more color than in real life, because it is muted, kind of like really matte in real life, so it's not as saturated as you're seeing, but it's still pretty nonetheless. I think this is a Maori warrior, and of course an Egyptian high priest, and then the Knights Templar, I guess with the flower, and it's pretty. He's crying. Can you see the tear? So little elements like that, and then there's a chalice there. Maybe the Holy Grail could be. So I really do like this deck. I connected very well with my Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray. So I'm kind of looking forward to this one, because the images are just really gorgeous to me. I love it. I'm really, really, really loving the images, the production quality, how it's matte and all of that. It's just really, I live for it. So, and I love how, look, so we have an earth themed card, and we have this kind of like galactic themed card, and they're both gorgeous in their own right, in their own way. And who would have guessed that, these two cards are in the same deck, right? But they're just gorgeous. They're very, I think, thought of well, like the images. So Lily Moses did an awesome job, really. I mean, it's just each card tells a story, and if you look into their eyes, they're kind of like speaking to you. So much detail. Oh, look. And so yeah, look at his eyes. This deck is kind of like disarming, because when you look at the eyes, see, I can't even finish my sentences, because when you get like when you pull a card that really, I don't know, connect to you, or it seems disarming, like you would forget whatever it is that you're trying to say, because you just get pulled in by the card. And the energy of this one is really good. I kind of like the same energy of my angel decks, gentle but also nurturing. I guess it's coming from the ancestors in this deck, or how I see them, very knowledgeable, wisdom filled, and just someone who's kind of like someone you go to when you really need like an advice, an elder that you go to, like your grandma and your grandpa. So someone who's experienced a lot, and that's what actually Kyle Gray explained, the White Buffalo Woman. That's what he actually explained in the guidebook. So this card is my stalker card from this deck. I see her a lot. So it hasn't stopped stalking me, so I still have to find out what she wants to convey. But yeah, so look at that. Isn't that pretty? Gosh, I'm just blown away with this deck. Really, I am. Kind of reminds me of the Empress. This is Gaia, so yeah. Tell me what you think about this deck. Do you like it? Do you have it? Kind of reminds me of Thor, maybe. No, not Thor. Yeah, maybe Zeus, because I'm seeing the thunder, but Thor's really not that aged, so maybe Zeus. Wow. Gorgeous. So yeah, like I said, I'm being quiet, just staring at the deck. So like I said, if you have this deck, let me know what you think. If you have questions about this deck, please feel free to leave me a note in the description box below, and I will respond to you as soon as I can. And if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for that like and for subscribing to my channel, and I hope I see you again soon. Take care, you guys, and have a beautiful day ahead. Bye.